Avid Lesson 4.6, Organizational Tool, Student Objective. Students will develop an organizational system that begins with a backpack and evolves to combinations of the following: spiral notebooks, folders, dividers, and a 3-ring binder. Overview. One of the most important elements for academic success is an orderly, logical organizational tool. Consequently, a large amount of time should be devoted to getting the students' organizational tools ready at the beginning of each quarter or semester and maintaining them throughout the school year. Every week, students should spend time maintaining their organizational tools. In order for organizational tools to be successful, they need to work for the student. Individualization is the key to success. Instructional steps. Determine the organizational tool that the students will begin the school year with. Remembering that as the year progresses, each student may need to individualize their organizational tool to meet their specific needs. The organizational tool contains most, if not all, of the materials needed for academic subjects. One of the organizational tools should be used to contain as many subjects as practical. This enables students to have the materials at hand that are necessary to study for a quiz or a test, and or finish homework assignments whenever they have free time. Some of the materials that will be needed for the binder setup would be your organizational tools implementation plan, your organizational tool assessment, your binder contents checkoff sheet. All of these materials are found in the Avid section, Organization, and this lesson is 4.6. Consider having a sample binder or a photo of an organized binder posted in the room or hallways as an exemplar of what it is expected, as I have here today. So today I have a model binder for you. Remember, the binders are ongoing. So the first thing that we have is the Back Shows Elementary School cover page. The cover page is located in the Google Classroom, and you can find it there. Next, I have put a template in there of the organizational tool assessment. This is the rubric that you need to go over with students to ensure that they understand the expectations of the binder. If you can look and see, they have the contents that are supposed to be in the binder, and you will check whether they're there or not there. Okay, so on the next side, what we have is, on this side of the binder, they can put their homework. Okay, so as you open it, the first thing is a pencil pouch. Please to ensure that you have gone over everything that is expected in students' pencil pouches. Avid Lesson 4.5 goes over gathering supplies. Please ensure that you go back over Lesson 4.5 to ensure that students understand what supplies are expected to be in their binders, whether it's how many pencils, highlighters, etc. The next thing I have is another cover page. Here you can use your classroom cover page if you have one. If you do not have one, you can use the school cover page as well. The next thing is the student agenda. Each child should have an agenda. Please ensure that you have gone over Avid Agenda Lesson 4.1 and model agenda expectations with all of your students. The next section in your binder, you will put the student information sheet. You will have how-to instructions for all of the technology programs that we use at school. And you may have other helpful programs and websites that you use in your classroom. This template can be designed any way you would like. The next page is a sheet protector where you can put all the students. The students can add their money for field trips, or you can have important notes in here from parents. The next one is a sheet protector for the class schedule. I have added an additional sheet protector so that you can choose. If you have something else you would like to add in your binder inside of the sheet protector, you may. The next section of the binder, once again, your cover sheets can be designed how you would like. will be your CASEL strategies, as well as a section for your Avid academic language expectations and norms. Okay, so think about this section as all of those social emotional learning activities that we're doing, as well as behavior expectations with Avid that we expected the students to do. So inside here, I have SLANT, a poster for SLANT. Next, we have Avid academic language scripts that students will be using. You don't have it as of yet, but this is an example of something that could go here. We have done a successful student template with students, if you did it as a whole class, or if you did it individually, students can still print it and put it in this section. We have a growth mindset template. In Avid, we're teaching students to have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. And here I have my Wordle. We did a lesson on passions and interests, and I created a Wordle with all of my passions and interests, and I put it in here. The next section is a divider for school news. You can put all of your school news that needs to go home in this divider. The next divider is goals and data. Here, you can add your resources that you would like the students to have. Here, I have put a couple examples that we've used as a school of the Lexile chart. And you all will get these soon. Another Lexile chart. Data reports that we've used. And once again, this section will have all your STAR data and all the students' data. Students will be responsible for setting goals and monitoring their own data. And I will provide you, and we will provide you all with those sheets. And you all could also come up with a sheet as a team that you like to use. The next section in math is math. So here in your math section, you will have your resources and your notes. We will also have a problem of the day journal. Please ensure that students purchase a notebook for the problem of the day. You will have some notebook paper. Your next section is ELA. Once again, you have any resources, any notes that you will be taking will go inside of ELA. All of your materials that the student will need will be in ELA. We added paper. What I have also done was I've added a subsection for accelerated reader. And then students can use whatever logs you have for accelerated reader. If you have them to do book reports, you can put them in this section as well. So some teachers will like a subsection for accelerated reader, which is actually a great idea. The next divider is writing. I added some notebook paper where they will be taking their notes. Remember, all their resources and notes and materials will go in the writing section. I have also added some subsections. One for informational writing. I added paper behind it. The next subsection is opinion writing. And the final subsection in this section is for narrative writing. The next divider is social studies. Remember, all of your resources, note-taking, activities will be in the social studies section. I've also added notebook paper. Next will be your science section. You will put your notebook paper and take all of your notes. It will go in this section as well, all of your resources. The last section is individualized learning. This is a section where students can keep their own resources that they would like, whether it's maybe fly phrases, whether it's their own personalized or differentiated graphic organizers, whether it's their specific sight words that they may be working on. This is sections for individualized learning. And lastly, the back of the binder is for your finished work or the work to turn in. Remember, please let me know if you have any questions. This binder is just a skeleton to help us get started with our binder organization. Have a good day.